my name is Isobel Goodwin and I was a student at SNA from 2010 to 2017, and I've been asked to make a short video just talking about my experiences of school, sixth form, uni and my life now. So I hope you find this video slightly interesting and informative. So my time at SNA, I had a pretty great school experience actually. I really enjoyed school. I had lots of great teachers and I enjoyed most of my lessons. I think my favourites were English and French, and I liked PE because I could just run around. And choosing my A-levels, I kind of went about this by thinking about what I enjoyed and also what I thought I was good at. So I went for English language, English literature, sociology and psychology, and I think those were good choices for me. I ended up dropping psychology after AS just because I performed better in my other subjects. I wasn't really thinking about a career at the time, like in making those decisions. I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet, so yeah, I just focused on what I enjoyed and what I thought would get me the grades to get into uni. But if you have a specific career focus or ambition, then you might want to look into if there's any specific A-levels you need for that. Life in sixth form, I found sixth form was a big jump from year 11. Like, it was different, just the academic work was different and it is hard. So it took me a couple of weeks to kind of adjust to that, but I had actually a lot of support from my teachers. I remember speaking to one of my A-level teachers and he gave me just the best advice, and there's loads of advice and just nice recognition that I still remember now from my teachers, so they were really supportive. And work experience in year 12, I remember I was a classroom assistant at the primary school in Radcliffe and I loved it. I was in a cute little year 3 class and it was my old school, so it was weird going back there, and it was really good. It made me kind of be more aware of what I wanted to do maybe as a career. Not being a teacher, but I realised how much I loved working with kids, and yeah, I also helped out in SNA. I helped the younger years with their English classes, so I used to go in and help the kids with their reading and stuff like that, and I'd really recommend doing volunteering and stuff like that, because it's nice when you're in sixth form. The younger years really look up to you, so it's really rewarding helping them out. I also had a part-time job whilst completing my A-levels. I think I was about 16, 17 when I started a Saturday job just in town, and then even when I went to uni I kept that job, and I just would, when I came back in the holidays, I would work a few days a week just to get some money. So I'd recommend getting a part-time job. It's good work experience, definitely, but just make sure you're not doing too many hours. I'd say don't do any more than probably like 10 to 15 hours a week, because you need to have time for your studies and also seeing friends and everything. Making decisions for post-sixth form. I always knew I wanted to go to uni. It's not everyone's first choice, but I just always had my heart set on it, and I looked around a few unis, and from studying English language at A-level I realised I just loved speech science and language production, and I wanted to learn more, so that's why I studied English language and linguistics at uni. And I looked around, I think I looked around Sheffield, and then I went to York, and I just fell in love with the uni and the city, and I just knew I wanted to go there. And then I was fortunate enough to get a unconditional offer from York, so it meant that I didn't have to get specific grades to get in. I just had a place, which took a lot of the pressure off my exam results, so that was really good. And I think I got that offer from my personal statement and my academic reference from SNA as well. And the teachers are really good in helping you with your applications for uni or apprenticeships. I remember there was a lot of time set aside specifically for that, so you could do your research and apply for the unis you wanted. Life at uni, I had an amazing time at uni. It was probably the best years of my life so far, and I really miss it. And if you're thinking about going to uni, I think it's important to find a place that feels right for you. Don't think about anyone else. As soon as I got to York, I just felt safe, and also like I'd have a good time there. And it's just amazing the amount of people you'll meet and make friends with from all over the world. From coming from SNA, where you've probably grown up with the same people your whole life from Radcliffe or Cotgrave, and then going to uni, it's a big step, but yeah, I loved it. The pandemic. So the pandemic, unfortunately, it did really affected my last term at uni, was when it started last year. And I feel lucky that I was able to have some amazing experiences pre-COVID. But I did find it hard that it kind of took away my last moments with my friends, and I didn't get a graduation and things like that. That was a bit tough. But there was some positives to come out of COVID, weirdly. Because I was just stuck at home, it was my last term, and obviously it was hard having all my online lectures and seminars, which I'm sure you guys can relate to with online school. Must be a nightmare, but it's hard to feel motivated. But I just kind of decided I was going to use that time where I had no distractions, because I couldn't go out partying, I couldn't see my friends. I still went on my daily walks and spent time with my family and FaceTimed my friends, but other than that, I was mostly working on my uni assignments, because I just kind of had the mindset that I was never going to have to do it again. I was in my last term of uni, so I might as well just get cracking and get as high grades as I possibly could. And I managed to actually boost my grade up to a first, which I never thought I would be able to do. And I'll never really know if I would have got a first if we weren't in a pandemic, but yeah, it was interesting. And I'm actually really proud of how I just kind of applied myself and worked really hard on those assignments. Now that I've finished uni, I feel like I'm properly growing up now. I'm living in Edinburgh and I work remotely for a care company. I'm a HR and finance administrator. But my next steps are to hopefully start a master's course in September in speech therapy. I'm currently trying to get a place for September. I would love to be a speech therapist. That's kind of my big goal. So in 5 years' time, I'd also love to be able to go travelling. This year was supposed to be my gap year, to go travelling and things, but obviously that didn't happen. So in 5 years' time, in an ideal world, I think I would want to be working as a speech therapist abroad somewhere, maybe in New Zealand, or I love Japan, so maybe Japan. And finally, I've been asked to give you some advice. I find this funny because I don't feel particularly wise yet. I mean, I only left school 4 years ago, nearly. But I think you hear enough from your teachers and maybe your parents to work hard and get your grades and all that stuff. And obviously that's all true, but I don't really want to repeat all that. So instead, I think I just want to say, enjoy being young, enjoy school, don't take life too seriously, and don't worry too much about the future. Everything will be okay. I know school can be stressful and exams feel like just the biggest thing in the world, but I think you've just got to choose what makes you happy in life and get your grades. Everything will be fine. And when the pandemic's over, just spend loads of time with your friends, take loads of pictures, and yeah, enjoy every moment. And as long as you're happy, then your life will be successful and amazing. So that's all I've got to say. So thank you, Mrs. Corn, for getting in touch, and I hope this video was insightful. I'd love to come back and visit school one day, so might see some of you. But yeah, thank you for listening, and good luck with everything.